Black Asian TV. This is your boy Jay Munchie with a reaction video, and this is about when I used to date a Vietnamese woman. So let's get started. A few years ago, about at least it's been about 10 years now. Um, when my house was condemned to mold, I became like temporarily homeless, but not really homeless, meaning I was in a hotel. But it was my mother's house that got condemned to mold. And small story short, basically what happened was that we had to go to a hotel until we found another place. So anyway, so I was working. I've always worked, so I had some money and stuff like that. So I decided to get back on my hustle and start selling some weed. Right? I still was working, but you know, when you in a situation like that, you want to try to make all the money you can make, so you can get back on your feet, or at least try to. And that was what I was trying to do. So basically, I'm from North Trenton, but since I've been working, I don't really mingle like that out there. But I basically ended up back out there. So small story short, like I was saying, so I started hanging out at this park, and where I would meet a friend of mine that I used to hang out with back in the day. But we had a falling out back in the day, and I mean a couple years before that, just because the person was trying to get my back in, and I'm not one of those people that fuck with fake people at all. But anyway, so I find out that he lives on a street called the Martin Luther King Boulevard. So we're gonna call him M. Okay. So M, he like, oh yeah, I live on the boulevard. Come through, come chill with me. Blah blah blah. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I used to be at the park, and I mean I'm a fly guy. When I go outside, when I really go outside, I get fly. You know what I'm saying? But at this time I was like on my fly boy shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a dope boy for real. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a breadwinner, which I am. But at that time, I really didn't have it like that to do all that. But I had to make sure I looked fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, you look like you got money, people gonna want to come spend money. So that was not the image I was trying to portray, but that was basically I'm smart like that, and I know that when people see somebody like that, they're gonna automatically approach them. So basically, I met this black female older than me, and me and her became real cool. She used to come to the park every day, and we used to chill, hang out. And I'm saying, come to find out, she lived on the boulevard across the street from my boy M. Okay, so we're gonna call her T. Okay, TK. So TK, she, you know what I'm saying, she knew that I liked the older women, so she was trying to like rope me in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Try to reel me in. You know what I'm saying? Tug of war. I don't know, cause of course I was out there for a few months, and it was summertime, and I like older women. So there was this woman, I cannot remember her name. She was black, but she had a nice ass body. You know what I'm saying? And she just like a nice female in general. You know what I'm saying? I normally don't talk to females that I feel like might give me a hard time. I could kind of tell. So she looked like a very sweet woman. You know what I'm saying? So I used to just flirt with her a little bit when I used to see her. Basically on the Martin Luther King Boulevard, but at a corner store that everybody goes to. So anyway, one day I'm across the street. TK, she was having a cookout. You know what I'm saying? We used to sit in front of the house, but the cookout was in the backyard. Somehow I think one of my boys from around there wanted to see me. Oh yeah, my boy D. So we're gonna call him D. You know what I'm saying? So one of my boys named D, he came to see me, you know what I mean, during the cookout. So I was out in the front, right? So I'm standing out in the front. And this lady from across the street just calls me over, right? So I go across the street. Now, to my surprise, you know what I'm saying, it's an Asian female. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? It's an Asian female, you know what I'm saying, in the hood, you know what I'm saying, in Trenton. What? 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 I was like, holy shit. And she don't know that I have a big ass crush on Asian women. Like, I didn't really Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say I dated an Asian girl, except for this one in particular. The other ones, which I might make another story if y'all want to hear about it. It was talking. Okay, so anyway, I'm just psyched the fuck up. Just put it like that. I'm just psyched up. I'm like, yeah, oh my god, oh my god, I love me an Asian girl. I love their eyes. I love their eyes. I don't care if you're Filipino, Korean. I don't care. Like I love just that look they have. And I heard that to a certain extent they don't like that they look like that. Girl, keep your slanted eyes, cause I like that. Okay, it's sexy as hell to me. Any Asian female, you know what I'm saying? Not saying ugly Asian female, but you know what I mean? You could be just a sweet looking girl. Like, I tend to see more sweet, innocent, you could tell in a facial features, you know what I'm saying? Like Zhang Zizi, I mean Zhang Yi. Um, she's a beautiful woman. She's an actor, famous actor in The Hidden Dragon, House of Flying Daggers, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all don't know who she is, she played in Hero, all that. I love them type of girls. They look Asian women just look like they about their business. They look like they care about if they have a soulmate or a mate. They really care, and then that's why I love foreign women in general. They seem like they know how to treat their man for real. So that's my preference. So she calls me over and she's like, "Oh, I just want to know. I kind of not been watching you. I'm like, what you mean you been watching me? Oh, you been watching me? Oh, shit. Okay. So I'm like super, like I'm trying super hard not to blush. Like, oh shit. Like, wow. So she's like, yeah. So she's like, let me ask you a question. I'm like, what? She's like, so I've been noticing that you always talking to older women around here, and I noticed that's all you talk to. I never seen you talk to somebody your age, or even just basically a younger girl. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know she knew most of the females anyway. She even knew TK. So we're gonna call this lady, the Vietnamese lady, L. Okay, so L, she like, yeah. So what makes you want to talk to an older woman? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can never do that. I'm like, what? I'm like, girl, age ain't nothing but a number. The fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I didn't say the cursing part, but I'm like, yeah, age ain't nothing but a number. So I just go into detail real quick about, you know, age don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? But for some odd reason, she wanted to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe she was gonna ask me the question. Just was curious about why I'm talking to older women, because she tried to make it seem like it was like disgusting at first. Like, oh, I can't talk to no younger guy. That's disgusting. You know, it's like dating a baby. So let me tell you, after finished talking, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you know what? You're right. You're right. And you seem like a very mature guy. I'm like, yeah. I said I have dated plenty of older women older than me. You know what I'm saying? Some didn't go well, but some of them did go well. You know what I'm saying? Um. Anyway, so smart story short, she like, yeah, you're cute. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh shit. What? What? I'm cute, baby. You think I'm cute? Oh my god. And of course, I didn't know what she was. I just knew she was Asian. But let me just tell you right now, I'm glad I did talk, at least. You know what I'm saying? Open my mouth. This girl was Vietnamese, okay? She's from Vietnam. But before I knew this, she's dark like me, okay? But you can tell that this girl is fully Asian. Not partial Asian, fully Asian. And I never met a Vietnamese girl before. I seen Vietnamese people like in what's that movie called, Full Metal Jacket, where they disrespect the Vietnamese people. And one of my boys, I'm not gonna get on that. When me and the girl start talking, he used to say like goop shit like that, and I started to get offended because I like, they're Vietnamese. That's disrespectful. That's what the soldiers used to say about the Vietnamese people. You know what I mean, in the Vietnam War. So I don't condone in that type shit. You feel me? So me and him kind of had to fall out because he actually liked her too. I'm come to find out. But anyway, so what I found interesting was that she was very caring, like I thought. She was very caring, and what I mean by that is she basically, after that day, I was like at her house every day. You know what I'm saying? We started talking. You know what I'm saying? But not as boyfriend, girlfriend, or at least trying to see. I didn't know. I was basically, I ain't gonna lie. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was hoping it was leading to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very patient. I'm a very generous man. I don't force nothing, none of that. So I'm just like, yo, this thing happens naturally. And every day we was having fun. We was watching videos on YouTube on the porch, watching movies off of you know, I don't know, some of the other apps that be streaming movies and stuff like that. You know, used to walk to the store, you know what I mean, get food. You know what I'm saying? She used to pay for, she used to buy me food, you know what I'm saying? I used to buy her food, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I'm starting to like this girl. I never told her, you know what I'm saying? It's only like maybe 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Cause she never said nothing to me about liking me either. You know what I'm saying? She told me I was cute when we first talked, but that was it. So anyway, one day I'm sitting at the park because I still was going to the park doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I was going to work, but when I wasn't at work, I would be at the park. I would do my little numbers for maybe, you know, a certain amount of time. And then most of the time when I hung out with her was at around like, how should I say, 5 o'clock, you know, in the summer. Around 5, 6 o'clock, depending, you know what I'm saying? Because the park is really infested with mosquitoes. So depending on how hot that day was, and how many mosquitoes was in the park, because the fire that we used to start didn't always help us, or help me, should I say. So anyway, one of her friends, oh yeah, so my boy M, right, that lived on the boulevard, come to find out he lived right next door to her. So that was another way for me to be around all the time. But she wanted me around. So she took me to cabarets. I never been to a cabaret before. That's grown people shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was grown. You know what I'm saying? I never been to a cabaret and I wanted to. She didn't know. And that's the thing I loved about her. Like, she like, you know what? I'm about to go to 7-Eleven. You wanna ride with me? So that's how I knew that. I'm like, yo, out of all, it'd be like 30 people. You know what I'm saying? And men used to hit on her, of course.